suspects from the outset. Was it initially reported that 4 people could have been seen and involved during the carjacking?
The investigation developed as the week went on, and so we, through leads and investigative follow-up, got to a number of 4, and we believe that the individuals immediately involved in this incident have been charged and now taken into custody, and that was 4.
Can you give us a clear idea of how 4 people may have been involved in carrying this out?
We believe that at this juncture that the 4 arrived in one vehicle, a Suburban, and that the carjacking took place. 2 left in the original Suburban and 2 left in the silver Range Rover that was the subject of the carjacking. Yes.
Has your office been in touch with Dustin's family, and if so, what's their reaction to the news of the arrests?
We certainly have been in touch with them, and I can't speak for them, but their cooperation and their support, obviously, of Mrs. Friedland is what you would expect, remarkable.
Dustin, have you figured out why this car? Were they targeting this type of vehicle with a chop shop, or was this more of a random shoot?
It appears to us that the target of this was the vehicle. That the type of vehicle was what caused the individuals who've been charged to focus on this car, and it was the car, not the persons. That appears to be the target of this crime. Yes.
Are you willing to tell us, prosecutor, who fired the shots?
Not at this time. No, it's part of the investigation. Yes.
What was the timeline of the arrests? Did they take place over the week, or were they all in the last 24 hours?
Right. I'm going to ask Chief Ambrose to do that. Okay. Yes.
The arrest started early last evening, and they continued into the early morning hours, where the 4 individuals were arrested and charged. So I would say it started last night about 9ish, and it finished up about 3 o'clock this morning.
What's the timeline for the court appearances?
Court appearance will be mentioned by the PIO officer this week as far as the arraignment.
Can you talk about any challenges you might have faced in terms of the arrests this morning overnight? Did these suspects go into custody willingly?
It was a professional undertaking with assistance from the agencies that I've talked about, including in Pennsylvania, the FBI and the United States Marshal Service. So it was without incident.
The suspects were arrested here in New Jersey. Were they arrested in their homes?
Yes, the individual in Pennsylvania was in a hotel. The other individuals who were arrested were in residences that they were staying in.
The one who was in the hotel, was he fleeing? Was that why he was in the hotel?
Well, he was in the hotel when we arrived. There was a warrant issued for unlawful flight to avoid prosecution by the federal authorities.
Can you speak more about exactly what led you to these 4 individuals? Was it the tip line?
It really was old-fashioned police work combined with technology. So there were a number of things. Again, it would just not be appropriate at this juncture to go into those. They will be the subject of the court hearing, but it was a combination of witnesses, statements, technology, and putting the pieces together. So it was not one single type of evidence. It was a number of things.
Are there any gang affiliations?
We don't want to discuss that at this time, but as I said, the crime itself appears to have been motivated by the desire for that particular type of vehicle.
What's the relationship between the 4 suspects? Are they...
In the course of the investigation, we have developed information that they were working with each other in connection with this offense, but beyond that, I don't want to comment on what the relationship was with each other.
How many firearms were used and have weapons been recovered?
There has been one projectile recovered. And quite obviously there was at least 1 shot fired, but that is still under investigation.
And that firearm, has that been?
So far, that firearm has not been recovered.
Are they suspects in any other carjacking?